Well, there's not a lot of wait here for this Austin Peay Lipscomb game. You were expecting this game probably to be on Sunday, but we got a couple of storms coming through this weekend, so they said, hey, let's play ball on Friday, and boy, we're not waiting to get things going. We're jumping right into it. So I'll try to get you to an A-Sun play to get things going. Governors currently on a 22-game win streak. It's the second longest in the nation. They are 11-0 at home this season as well, are the Governors of Austin Peay. And we saw Alyssa Hastings leading off with the double there. Bunt was shown. So take a look at the series history between these two teams. Lipscomb controls the all-time series, 14, the second batter.
Up next to bat, the catcher,
on the fielder's choice there.
Sherman.
So now Brenna Sherman will step in, the catcher, as we take a look at our defensive alignment for Austin Peay in this one. The Governors come in with Sam Leske behind home plate, the catcher for the Governors. First base will be Kylie Campbell, Kylie Hinton at second. Third, Macy Roberts. Short, Kaylee Roper. Left, Raylan Roach. Center field, Bree Howard. Right field, Katie to go here. Already looking at one away here for Austin Peay, and this is Sherman, who's up batting, the catcher. First baseman again is Alyssa Hastings, doubled. She's currently standing at third after the bunt by Elle Smith. This one's going to be hit up in foul territory. Diving in was Kylie Campbell, but the senior just misses it off the glove. Could have had a play there. 61 ERA, 8 wins, 1 loss on the season. 29 strikeouts for number 22. As that one's going to be fouled off towards Kylie Campbell. So it'll be an 0-2 count here to Josie Polk. Again, Austin Peay gave up a run early here. It was a really good double to get things going. Alyssa Hastings, first pitch she saw, the scouting replanner swinging a little bit late is Josie Polk. Again, Austin Peay enters today's game. Nation's second longest win streak. They're 25-3 overall. Lipscomb 14-13, 1-2 in A-Sun play. Austin Peay swept their A-Sun weekend against Bellarmine, as now Samantha Minor battles back. 2 hits, but they get a run. They leave one person on base as we head to the bottom of the first. You're watching college softball action here on ESPN+. Kylie Campbell bats second, Bree Howard third, designated player Sammy Sheelander fourth, Leske fifth, Raper is sixth, Roberts seventh, Hinton eighth, and Kaylee Roper ninth for Coach Cassie Stanfield. That's a slow roller back to the pitcher, Barefoot, who throws it with ease for out number 1.
Up next to that,
talking about the pitcher, this is Lane Barefoot in right center to not end the game, but it gave them the one-run advantage at least heading into the final inning for Austin Peay. So Kylie Campbell has certainly been a huge bright spot for Coach Cassie Stanfield as she swung through that one. That was well inside. I think she could have hung off that one. Ends up fouling it back, though, so 2 balls, 2 strikes to Kylie Campbell. A huge leader on this team. And the last one was easy for Barefoot. That time, Kylie Campbell rocks it back at number 11.
Number 18, Bree Howard.
It's going to bring up Bree Howard. You take a look at that one again. Barefoot has no option. Just try to get a glove on it. So this is Bree Howard, who steps in for her first at-bat today. Swung through that player who wears a lot of those pitches. And now with 2 away, you got runners in scoring position, at least 1 in scoring position in Kylie Campbell, as the catcher Sam Leske steps up.
Up next to that,
boy, Sammy Sheelander and
Sam Leske.
Bree Howard have battled this year for hit by pitches. How about this? 9 hit by pitches for Bree Howard. That is now number 7 for Sammy. It's going to bring up the right fielder, Katie Raper. Watches that one low for a ball. I mentioned Katie Raper, another one of those players with 7 home runs. Does she get a chance to tie up Sam Leske here? We've seen back-to-back. We've seen back-to-back home runs here in Kathy Maynard Park this season. Watches that one low, does Katie. Again, one of the things that I've noticed, and obviously the season for Austin Peay, and they're up 4-1 on the Bisons of Lipscomb. Warren, you could have stuck your hand out there and probably caught that one, man. That was an absolute no-doubter to center field. 8 home runs, now tied with Sam Leskey. Lipscomb, courtesy of a 3-hit inning there. As we take a look at the last time out for the Lipscomb Bisons, they were in ASUN play. Or excuse me, they had a non-ASUN game. They beat UTSA 13-4. Bunt was shown. That'll be a strike. So it's got to be a cool feeling to have your older sister on the team, and then you also get to be recruited there. I know we had a couple sisters just a season ago. We had Jacqueline and Morgan Zugi for the Governors. Jacqueline now at Bellarmine. Govs got to see her last weekend. 3-0 to start conference play. Swept their opening weekend on the road at Bellarmine. This is technically the home opener in ASUN play for Austin Peay. As this one's hit, chopped foul yet again towards the dugout. Now, I'll tell you this much, Austin Peay, start of the season, so many games on the road, came back home already with like a 14-3 record, I believe, when they came into the building, or came back to Cathy Manor Park. Third base, Russell Young. Full count. Same spot, walked her. Trying to frame that outside corner. Home plate umpire says, I said it was wrong, or said it was no the first time. I'm going to say it's no again. Trying to stay consistently on the call. So it brings up the 9-hole hitter. When she brought her in, she brought in a high school state champion in the state of Illinois. Her freshman year had very good numbers and not a lot of time. Sophomore year progressively got better. Junior year, just a season ago, got better. And then in her senior year, in her senior campaign, picked up an ASUN weekly honor this past week, did Samantha Miner. So again, quickly here, coming out 2 away. Can Samantha Miner close the door here on the top of the second? Almost. Just a bit high. Again, someone like Smith, a little bit smaller of a frame. You got to put that one right where it needs to be at. That one was so close, but again, maybe a taller batter, you get her there. Lipscomb here as we take a look at the last time out for the Governors of Austin Peay. It was a win on the road against Bellarmine. They won that game 6-4. Ashley Martin picked up win number 7, had 2 strikeouts in 2 1/3 innings pitched for the Governors as they took on the Knights and swept that opening weekend in Louisville just a week ago. As we see Kylie Hinton swing at the first pitch she gets from barefoot, and it's a swinging strike. And get some wind here in Clarksville today, blowing out towards left center. As Roper hangs off that one as well. 59 degrees here in Clarksville. Not a bad afternoon, not a bad evening here. We've had a couple cold ones past couple of weekends. 9. As she makes contact, it'll be a G3U in the book, and we're going to head. Coaches, and you talk about people that, you know, give back to their alma mater. You look at Kristen Ryman, and she is definitely the definition of that. First pitch from Miner is going to be a ball. She's facing off against Brenna Sherman, the catcher who singled back in the first and had the RBI, scored Alyssa Hastings with her single. And it's a line out there for out number 1. Off-speed pitch freezes the batter there. Josie Polk has the backwards K already in this one. Freezes on that one, now looks at another strike. That one's hit hard towards right. It's going to drift well foul. That one's hit hard towards Hinton. Hinton's there. Good job to snag it, and we'll throw to first in time for out number 2. Kylie Hinton getting some work here in the field. Got the liner the last time and the ground out now. 4 back-to-back outs as you take a look at that one. Hit hard. I mean, it was a really good smack. You could hear it no matter where you were here on campus. It was a smack off the bat, but just a good job there by Hinton to get on top of it.
16, Kylie Kim.
Welcome back to Clarksville. Austin Peay up 4-1 over the Bisons of Lipscomb as we take a look at the head coach for Austin Peay. That is, coach. It did hit in the glove of the right fielder, Casario, but I don't know if that one's going to count against her there. That is a single. So we get that called in the book as a single, and Bree Howard gets another hit on the season as Sammy Shelander steps in. For Sammy Shelander, and it's a double and an RBI now for Sammy Shelander. RBI number 26. Welcome home, Bree Howard. And the Governors, they're up 5-1. Boy, this one was rocked off the bat. We talked about some hits that you can hear them no matter where you are on campus. That was an absolute just shot towards, had 8. As this one's fouled back, and it's going to find its way into the road between us and Raymond Sehan Park. Again, 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Sam Leske. This is Barefoot, who's been in. 51 total pitches now for Lane. Hit hard. Called that timeout. Let her infield and outfield know, hey, we got to pick up the pace here. We can't be giving up these little bloopers, these little balls that drop right in front of us. We got to make plays.
Number 11, Macy Roberts.
As Macy Roberts steps back in, you got to always love when you have, you know, obviously your coaches will call time and talk to each other, but when your catcher comes in or one of your players comes in and says, hey, we got
Kaylee Roper.
Right off the knee there for Hinton. So Kaylee Roper, bases loaded. First pitch. And their program, Nashville, Tennessee, just down the road. Members of ASUN, of course. Preseason pick number 9. First year in Division I for all sports. Began in 03-04. Of course, coach was not on. Just poked out. Light blue skies behind us. Cloud cover went away there. So again, when you're at Kathy Maynard Park and the sun is at this level in these evening games, if you were in the right field area, center field, second base, first base, this sun will play tricks on you. It plays a little bit of trick on the pitcher as well. This one's going to be fouled off, so it's now going to be an 0-2 count, one away here for Ogle. Got on a corner area, so it's going to be a 3-0 count. No one up for the Governors currently in the bullpen, so they're looking at Minor here. The Govs having this 7-1 lead. That's a strike. So so Minor comes back, just gets it right in there. As now we get back to the top of the order here with Hastings. Hastings had a double and scored a run for the Bisons back in the first. That one bounces in, going to get away from Leske. She's going to have to hold it. So Casario and
Come on, come on, come on. Shake it for the bird, shake it for the bee, shake it for the catfish swimming down deep in the creek.
Leske. Miscommunication between the catcher and third baseman. I think they were obviously calling to one another, mine. Roberts had to do a little bit of movement, though, around the base runner to try to get there. So now 0-2 for Polk. Minor. Austin Peay. Coach Cassie Stanfield making her way around. Clarksville, Tennessee, ASUN Conference. First season of play was back in 1986. 10 newcomers on this squad for Austin Peay this season. And they look to get things going with someone who is not a newcomer, one of the veterans who actually started things off in the third as Kylie Campbell steps in for her third at-bat in this contest. Great contact, gets it right off the barrel of the bat, sends it with some power past the shortstop there. That's going to bring up Bree Howard for her third at-bat. Howard had a single, came around to score back in the third. She watches one low. There's Bree Howard from Burleson, Tennessee. Get that glove down. I think for a second thought maybe that got by her, but it did not. Heads up play there on the hot corner as Sam Leske digs back in for her third at-bat. Had a home run, the 3-run shot back in the first. She watches one well inside. Of course, Avery Smith, the director of softball operations, couple seasons here now for Austin Peay in that role, and always making sure the team is ready to go on game day. And of course, our newcomer, Vanessa. A great recovery, but you saw the replay. She was well over. Be out. Number 1. That's going to bring up the second baseman, Kylie Hinton. Again, so Katie Raper becomes the most home runs, the lead home run, I should say, for Austin Peay in this one. In the season with 9. And again, just a season ago, the Governors, their leading home run hitter, had 8. It was Bree Howard. Picked up in time for out number 3. So let's head to the top of the 6th. Austin Peay up 8-1 here on ESPN+.
1 run on 1 hit, no errors.
For the final out, so that's 3 up, 3 down.
Left on base.
Let's head to the bottom of the 6th. Austin Peay up 8-1 here on ESPN. And that one gets away, and Roach will be able to take first. And they'll hold her there on the 4-ball walk from Sauer. That brings up Kylie Campbell. 2 for 3 today is Kylie Campbell. Has a run scored as well for only her 9th at-bat this season. 2 total hits. It's a .250 batting average, does Skylar Sheridan. Hits one, chops it foul. 2 runs scored on the season for Sheridan, so again, making the most out of her on-base appearances.